Getting much of our basics covered before we delve much deeper into internet marketing technology, we can begin to see how a Kabbalist is really a concealed superhero. One example of how this works out for the master mystic is the simple Hanukkah game played with the dreidel. The dreidel, being four-sided, has one letter on each of its four faces: the Nun, the Gimel, the Hey, and the Shin. One elucidation of the interpretation of these letters has them abbreviating the sentence Nes Gadol Haya Sham. Big miracle was there. This alludes to the miracle of Hanukkah, where the one-day supply of oil lasted for 7 days past its normal 24-hour duration, allowing the fire to stay lit in the holy temple until more oil could be brought. The fire was not extinguished and the Jews survived the Greek onslaught, just to mention another one of God's famous miracles that has been dedicated with its own week-long festival that has been celebrated at the exact time every year since then. Furthermore, each of the letters on the dreidel has its gematria, numerical value, that reveals their essential connection. The numerical value of Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin equals 358 when added together. 358 is also the numerical value of Mashiach, the King of the Jews, that will bring back to Israel Jews from the four corners of the earth in the era of the final redemption. What's more, 358, the gematria of Mashiach, which is the essence of the inner aspect of the Torah, is also the numerical value for Nachash, meaning snake. This is not a coincidence, and in fact there is no such thing as a coincidence. A principle in the system of Kaballah is that everything that happens is divine providence. This includes when Adam and Eve bit into the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The snake that caused the sin is shown as equal numerically to the Messiah, Redeemer of the Jewish people. Gematria also reveals the equal forces in the opposing rivals, good versus evil. The seduction of the serpent is destined to be vanquished by Mashiach in the final days of exile. The snake needed to have the equal and opposite powers of the Messiah to redeem the people. It used the power of 358 in its most negative capacity to get Adam and Eve kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In this way, the simple game dreidel represents the world from its creation throughout time until today. It spans from the snake's seducing of Eve to the messianic redemption coming up in our own modern era. No one will succeed in vanquishing the Jews, and in the end game, the snake will be captured and trained to serve Mashiach. The meaning here is that the snake, which is in many ways likened to the physical body, has its purpose and place in the service of God. The godly system where all created things have an essential relationship with all other created things can be coined as essential relevance. This concept of revealing results is what Google took to copy a model of. Google really wants to offer essential relevance, or better said, the truth of all things, also termed what people are really searching for. People are searching for truth, and they have come to search for it. The searchers prefer to use Google's copy of the universal system of theme relevance. For Google, the intellectual association things have are ranked in direct relation to how sought after the information was. Determining the theme relevance, or ranking priority of results, opens a window of importance for the searcher of any word. Instead of connecting the essence of things, Google organized all the available data into theme categories. The top-ranking sites for each themed category would become the authority sites, where all other relationships would be benchmarked against. This process shows how the truth of the Torah is negated and replaced with the truth of people's desires and human behavior in general, where one truth of the Torah, Torah being the final and full authority, is replaced and changed for sites that are searched the most, where Google gives authority, authorship, or the status of authority site and top ranking. We're going to continue now with Kaballah of Google from the next hub page. You can find my hub pages just by Googling my name, Ron Isaiah, or Googling Kaballah of Google. We continue here with the Sefer Yetzirah, Book of Creation, where the author uses the term stone for letters and houses for words. I quote, "Two stones build 2 houses, 3 build 6 houses, 4 build 24 houses, 5 build 120 houses, 6 build 720 houses, and 7 build 5,040 houses. From there on go out and calculate that which the mouth cannot speak and the ear cannot hear." There is the look of the words, the shape of the Hebrew letters themselves as a dance of black and white on the page of a parchment. The sweetness of these peculiar curves and their formations take sound in speech. The spiritual supernova occurs when all at once 2, 3, 4, or more of these shaped forms we call letters group together to make a word. The word becomes an entity, as it is written, God and his speech are one. And each word has a soul that is expressed with an essence, length, depth, and dimension. And then the fun really starts. A batch of words will go and link up to become a phrase, maybe a phrase that is quoted from the Torah. The pasuk, or sentence, Torah phrase, has incredible powers and is used by the Kabbalist to work their mysticism. The sentence emerges as the phrases join and reveals a code or series. When projected orally as sounds, the words are rooted in a place of supernal meaning, giving a much higher understanding to their sayer in comparison to the idea as it is existed in formulated thought before it was said. This process describes the holy powers of Bina, of understanding, the capacity to perceive the essence of a thing, in other words, to comprehend the gist of something. Let's back up because this is very important. Every letter and every vowel has an essence or spiritual value. That essence remains internal and hidden, only to be revealed when combined with the essence of other letters to make up or permutate a particular word. One way to reveal the essence of a word is to add up the value of all of the letters in the word. Kaballah utilizes a system where each letter has a spelling and equates to a number, all the letters down the line, starting with Aleph equaling 1, and then Beit equaling 2, Gimel is 3, Dalet is 4, Hey is 5, Vav is 6, Zayin is 7, Chet is 8, Tet is 9, Yud is 10, Chof is 20, Lamed is 30, Mem is 40, Nun is 50, Samech is 60, Ayin is 70, Pei is 80, Tzadik is 90, Kuf is 100, Resh is 200, Shin is 300, and Tuf equals 400. Let's take a little break. We'll be right back. The next part of chapter 3, Kaballah of Google.